Learning administrators have a critical role in agencies, especially as all organizations face the challenges of adapting to change.
Yes, Catherine. We've all heard people talk about the speed of change, how things seem to change faster than ever. Some of that is technology, like computers, cell phones, and tablets. They've made it possible for us to communicate with each other easily and quickly. And we can find answers to almost every question by searching the internet. So information can spread in minutes or even seconds. There are some great things about that information exchange. We can use technology to reach everyone in an organization almost instantly when something important happens. But a challenge for organizations is that we can't manage the overwhelming quantity or the quality of that information. Improved job performance for everyone in the agency begins with the learning administrator. It is the learning administrator who is responsible for partnering with the leadership, management, and staff as they implement changes and strengthen practices. An organization that employs an evidence-based learning and performance approach can and will improve job performance and agency outcomes.
So, Michael, how do we connect organizational outcomes to an individual's learning?
Well, Catherine, we need to help people learn from experience, their own and others. This is organizational learning, how we analyze both good and bad experiences, figure out what worked and what didn't, and capture meaningful lessons for next time. The learning administrator knows that they are effective when what's learned through training is reflected in what's done on the job.
Michael, who is the Learning Administrator course intended for? Is it just for training directors?
That's a great question, Catherine. It's actually intended for those people who manage training for agency staff and managers, but that's not always a person with a title like training director. Participating in this program will be valuable for anyone who's responsible for employee performance, regardless of their title or primary function. For example, you could be in a human resources position or a variety of other roles.
So, Michael, how will the Learning Administrator course help an agency make the shift from traditional training to the learning and performance approach?
This course provides learning administrators with knowledge and tools to create a culture of learning in their organizations, where everyone is working together to ensure high performance and overall success. Effective learning administrators recognize that the organization is investing valuable resources, its people, time, and dollars in learning experiences to prepare employees to do their jobs correctly and well. But if those employees can't use the new knowledge and skills on the job, transfer of learning has not occurred.
Michael, if I'm interested in taking the Learning Administrator course, what kinds of things will I be learning and how will I learn them?
The Learning Administrator course is conducted entirely through distance learning. It involves live, virtual classroom events and self-paced workbooks and assignments. This course will be facilitated by the NIC Academy for groups of new and aspiring learning administrators. It can help new administrators build and access a national network of colleagues.
Can you walk us through some of the course activities, Michael?
Sure, Catherine. The course begins with an overview of the kinds of influential roles learning professionals can play in strengthening organizational learning and performance. As a learning assignment, participants use a needs assessment instrument to interview key stakeholders in their agencies. They will determine which roles and services the agency most values. From this input, they develop a strategic plan for improving agency outcomes in their role as internal performance consultants.
How exactly will the strategic plan be used?
The strategic plan helps participants assess their teams of learning professionals, adjunct instructors, and subject matter experts, and work toward building the capacity to deliver the services their agency needs and wants.
I really see how I can become a partner with the leadership in my agency. What else will I be learning in this course, Michael?
Participants also work on topics like project and time management, measuring learning effectiveness, legal issues, demonstrating the value of learning, and hiring and staffing for the learning function.
You're hired!
At the end of this course, you will be provided with additional ideas for continuing professional development. You can further your learning individually or with others who have taken the course.
Michael, it's clear that the learning administrator plays a critical role in creating a learning organization. How has this role evolved?
Catherine, the role has evolved from that of just administrating the training function to that of guiding and facilitating learning and performance at the organizational level. This calls upon contemporary learning administrators to wear many hats: that of a manager, a coach, a learning technologist, knowledge curator, performance analyst, a talent manager, evaluator, and yes, even a learner. When all of these are combined, the learning administrator becomes an agent of organizational change.
There definitely are exciting changes in store for learning administrators. The changing and expanding roles of the learning administrator offer great opportunities for enhanced agency outcomes. What do I need to know to get started with this course?
As I mentioned before, this course is delivered in a distance format. This includes virtual instructor-led training sessions, or VILTs, and self-paced assignments. There are 9 learning activities that take about 32 hours, delivered over a couple of months. You'll be expected to participate actively in group sessions and to share ideas and feedback with fellow learners. Make sure that your organization helps you make time for learning. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed during your learning time. This must include scheduled time to do the inner session work. Like any learning experience, Catherine, the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it.
Michael, let's take a quick look at some coursework in action. We're going to check in with someone who's taking the Learning Administrator course.
I'm about to join a session of WebEx. I'll be summarizing the needs assessment that I have conducted and telling the group my initial plans for improving the learning function here at my agency. I hope they'll have some ideas to add. The session is about to begin. Hello, everyone. I was able to interview 2 deputies and a facilities administrator for my needs assessment. I used the format we got in the last session and asked them which of the services they thought were the most important to the agency.
Goodbye.